Hey friends, if you're new to Dodger Blue Dream, here's the idea. That magical moment, Shohei went 50-50. Freddie Freeman's heartwarming welcome back to Dodger Stadium after the sickness of his son. Fun, poppy profiles on Teo, Max Muncy, and so many more. Check out our back catalog. Let's get on to this one. The Dodgers won a fun one last night. Welcome to Dodger Blue Dream Daily. Game 1 of the NLDS is in the books. And now the Dodgers lead the series over the Padres, 1-0. The brawl manager Dave Roberts promised us in a pregame interview was a punch-counter-punch momentum shifter that ended up 7-5 in favor of the boys in blue at Dodger Stadium last night. The Pods had momentum coming off their sweep of the Atlanta Braves in the wild card and being the hottest team in baseball since the All-Star break, and the Dodgers hadn't played in a week, and that historically has not gone well. But last night was different. And speaking of momentum, in a best-of-5 series like this one, teams who win the first game have gone on to take it all 72% of the time dating back 30 years. I like those odds. Today on the show, we're going to look at how the boys got it done last night with clutch offense and pitching out of the bullpen. I'm talking Shohei, I'm talking Teo, and I'm talking Freddie, and I'm talking Dave Roberts. Going above and beyond, making memories. It is Sunday, October 6th. Game 2 is at 5:03 p.m. Pacific today. That's what I'm Richard Parks III. A wise man once said, to punch back, first you must be punched. And the preliminary punch from the Padres was a 3-run first inning against our ace starter, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The last man standing from our much ballyhooed opening day starting rotation, all injured now, except for Yams. And at first, this game looked like a redux of Yamamoto's first start in the major leagues versus the Padres in Korea on the second game of the season this year, where he was so badly roughed up, many in Dodgerland were calling his contract a mistake. He was struggling with his control, and Padres supervillain Manny Machado hit a no-doubt home run into the left field pavilion in the top of the first.
On a 1-2 from Yamamoto, got a fastball over the plate, lifted it to deep left center field, and it is gone! Manny Machado with a 2-run home run, and the Padres with 3 in the first.
Before the boys had a chance to come up to hit, we were already down 3-0. And for Dodger fans, this early deficit called to mind other recent postseasons, where the team has fallen behind and been totally unable to produce runs despite robust regular season offensive production, e.g. in Clayton Kershaw's start against the Diamondbacks last year. But then, last night, the Dodgers punched back.
Here's a 2-1.
Let's talk Shohei Ohtani in his first ever postseason game. You know, one of the big questions coming into this series was, would Shohei be able to perform under the bright lights of October? Just because he's so amazing during the regular season doesn't mean that he can deliver with all the pressure on. He was even asked before the game if he felt nervous.
Are you nervous at all?
Nope, he said in English before the question had even been translated. And with the Dodgers down 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning, Shohei came up with 2 men on immediately, a chance to prove himself.
Here's a 2-1.
Are you nervous at all for just playing in the postseason for the first time?
There's a drive!
Nope.
This ball was crushed.
Was there any doubt? Shohei Ohtani arrives in October with a 3-run home run.
The way he tossed his bat to the side almost with disgust and bent over, screaming in ecstasy. Yama gave up 3 in the first inning. Shohei got it back with 1 swing. This was the counterpunch. It was a statement, a tone setter, the shift in momentum. The showmentum. The Dodgers entered this game 0 for 14 in postseason history after trailing by 3 runs through the first inning. But we won this game, and we couldn't have done it without Shohei.
Nope.
But he needed a little help from his friends. I'm talking about Teo and Freddie. So Yama actually gave back the lead, giving up 2 runs to the Padres in the top of the 3rd. So we needed a second momentum shift from our offense, and that's where Teo came in. 4th inning, runners at the corners, 2 outs. Freddie had grounded into a force out to score 1 to tie it, but we needed more. And like he has been all season long, Teo was clutch.
Hitting less than 140 off of it. Shot to center field. Merrill can't get it. Dodgers take the lead. Teoscar Hernandez throws on the brakes, waiting on his chance in the postseason. He's got it, and he delivers.
Like we told you, when it's clutch time, it's Teo time.
He's clutch.
All right, let's talk Freddie Freeman. Earlier in the day before the game,
I just got that tingly feeling.
we'd been told that Freddie wouldn't be in the lineup.
His ankle isn't ready, so...
And we understood. Freddie's hurt. He sprained his finger late in the year, and then in our division-clinching game against the Padres less than a couple weeks ago, he rolled over his ankle badly and has been nursing a sprain. In addition to that, his young son Maximus, who was hospitalized earlier in the year, is just relearning to walk. It's been a tough go for Freddie of late.
Probably be Muncie at first.
But then at game time, there he was in the lineup, batting 3rd, belting a single into the outfield in the 1st inning, and then in his 2nd at-bat to lead off the 3rd inning, another base hit. Freddie was somehow getting it done at the plate, in spite of his bum ankle. Then when he was at first base after his hit in the 3rd inning, the craziest thing happened. Padres starter Dylan Cease was paying Freddie no mind at first base, of course. Why would a guy with a badly sprained ankle be running? But then because nobody was paying him any mind, Freddie got tenacious and took off for second base. And immediately, my heart skipped a beat, because you don't want to see him hurt himself. And then he slid into second with the most awkward slide I've ever seen, going in with his left leg on top, but then it bounces up over the base, and so he's trying to get his right leg in underneath so that he can maintain contact with the base as the tag is being applied. And he started his slide too late, and it wasn't a good slide, and so now he's sliding all the way past the base, and he's curling his body around almost in the fetal position, trying to grab it with his back right hand, which has the oven mitt on the glove to protect that sprained finger of his. And the whole thing's just making me wince because I'm worried for the guy. And when he eventually rises to his feet, his pants are caked with infield dirt, and on the right back side just ripped to threads. And Dave Roberts' reaction in the dugout tells the whole story. He's just pumping his fist, clapping his hands above his head, and then starts shaking his head like, no, you really shouldn't have done that. And he was called safe, and then the Padres challenged it, and the call stood safe. It was a big risk, and it was beautiful, because the effort and the heart and the fire behind it was inspiring to see. From a team leader, one of the MV3, playing through pain and pushing, giving his team every opportunity to win. All right, last, let's do a quick bullpen Dave Roberts appreciation segment. Have you ever stopped to think how thankless a job Dave Roberts really has? He's the winningest manager in Dodgers history, and he has to deal with the media every single night, basically playing like a ceremonial PR, mayor of the small town kind of role, running interference for his players, excusing mistakes, feeding the daily beast that is the baseball media. And then, every year, around this time of year, people take it for granted that the Dodgers make the postseason, and they look for people to blame when they don't get deep into it. So they start looking at his managing, what moves he makes, especially around pitching. And usually everybody's calling for his head because he shouldn't have pulled this guy then, and he should have brought that guy in later, or not at all. But last night, no one can disagree, Dave Roberts managed a brilliant game, which was basically a de facto bullpen game. He yanked Yamamoto ruthlessly after just 3 innings because he saw that he didn't have it. He brought Brazier in for 1 2/3, then yanked him again ruthlessly with 1 out to go in the 5th for Vesia. Then he goes to Phillips, and this is all scoreless so far, by the way. And then in the 8th, he brings in Kopech, but you could see that Kopech didn't have it, so Doc didn't wait around. He yanked Kopech Kopech and brought in Treinen for the longest outing of his year. Another example of extending beyond what is appropriate, acceptable, and warranted and normal during any regular season game, and what makes the theater of October so delicious, especially when it goes your way. Treinen really stretched out the drama and the tension by facing 3 batters with 2 outs in the 9th inning, but it was all worth it to watch Padres supervillain Manny Machado strike out on a pitch way outside the zone to end the game.
Treinen's 1-2. Dodgers take game 1. And what a game 1 it was.
The great Earl Weaver, the manager of the Baltimore Orioles in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, was known for a style of managing summed up in this quote: pitching, defense, and the 3-run homer. AKA pretty much how we won last night and pretty much how every game is won during the postseason. Weaver is also known for this quote: momentum? Momentum is the next day's starting pitcher. Tonight, the Dodgers have Jack Flaherty, our trade deadline pickup and hometown Harvard-Westlake boy hero, going against Yu Darvish, who didn't work out on the Dodgers and signed a huge contract with the Padres and also is one of Shohei Ohtani's boyhood heroes. Hopefully we can keep the momentum going in Game 2, today at Dodger Stadium, because after an off day on Monday, we're headed down to Petco Park. A very unfriendly atmosphere, if you may remember. And while going down there at 1 game apiece would be okay, going down there up 2-0 would be a whole lot better. So let's see if the boys can keep the momentum going tonight. Thank you for listening to Dodger Blue Dream. If you like the show, please check out our back catalog, leave us a rating and a review however you can, and share the show with a friend. I'm Richard Parks III.